Hello, what's up, guys? So I just opened my VS Code. Probably that is why it's showing this boosts your productivity. So today we are going to be creating a student form, and in our student form is going to have the submit button. It's going to be in a field set. So you're going to see what a field set is. I think I did a video showing field set and legend, right? So but this is going to be more of an extensive student form, right? So we are going to continue creating more student form as we go on, and more advanced student form, and um, um, uh, along the way we are going to connect it to, like, when we click on submit, it's going to give us, it's going to submit the information to a database. So we are going to get to that stage in a little while. So for now we are just going to create the um, UI of um, our student form. So now when if you don't already have VS Code, I'm going to drop a link where you can just click and you download VS Code, Microsoft link, and it's very easy to install. So now when you come to a place like this, when you come to your um, um, window like this, you want to click on this, right? Now you have to create a folder, right? It's going to be easier for you to create a folder rather than just start with new file. So I want to create a folder. If you don't already know how to create a folder, that's why I'm doing this. I want to create a folder, and I'm going to say open folder, and I'm going to say, because we don't already have the folder, assuming you don't already have the folder, you want to create it anywhere you like. So maybe you want to create it in download, or anywhere. So I'm just going to create mine download, right? So I'm going to right click, or I can come to this place and say new folder, and I can say HTML, right? And I can open that. So select folder. Now in our folder, that is where we are going to create the student form, right? So we are going to create the student form in our folder. So I want to click on new file, right, to create our student form. So I'm going to say form.html or .htm, right? So we are going to say form.html or .htm. So now the shortcut for just creating the skeleton of HTML, you can just say HTML colon 5, right? So it's just going to create this quickly for you. Now you want to give your document something like you can just give it any name. So let's say like form, but this is the name that is going to show on your browser, right? So in this case, let me just say form. So now let's begin. So first of all, we want to create the header of our form, right? So I'm going to say h1, and I'm going to say student form. So that is what we are creating. So I'm going to say student form, right? Now after the h1, we want to now come down to building our form. So you want to say form, and in your form you want to make sure we are going to do something later. So in our form we want to have the field set. So like I said, we are going to be creating a field set, and in our field set we are going to have legend. So so in our legend we want to say student form. So I'm going to say student form. Now we want to start asking for the necessary data that our student is going to impute. So first of all, we want to say label, because label is just like when you buy a bread or something, that little paper that gives a description of the kind of bread and what have you. So that is pretty much what a label is. So label is just going to give the user what he or she is supposed to impute. So that is like the interface that the user sees, right? So we are going to say label, and for our label we want to say your full name. I don't know if I should say first name and last name, but you get the idea. It still works both ways, so I'm going to just say full name. So going to be full name, right? Now we're going to say impute. Now our impute, we are just going to have text, right? Now in our text we are going to have name. Sorry, I mean our input, we have the type. Now we're going to have the name. So the name is going to be name, since that is what we are adding up. We are going to be asking for the user, and after this I want to put a break, to give it to move to the next line, to give it a space, next line. So now I want to, the next thing we should, what else should we ask for? Let's say email, right? So a student should have an email, right? So let me just say email, but I want to say label, and I'm going to call this email, right? So impute email. So this should be email. Now name, the name should be, come on, the name should be email. I want to give it a break, move to the next line. So what else should we have? What else should the student have, guys? So full name, email, let's say password, right? Let's just say password. So input, now the type is going to be password, and our name should be password as well, or we can say pass, right? So what else should we, so since this is registration, we want to say we want to ask them to confirm the password. So for this we are going to say label again, and now we are going to say confirm password, right? Now we want to say input, IP is going to be password. Now our name is going to be pass as well. So what else should we ask require from our students? Of course, the gender, right? Now this gender is going to be a little different from what we have been doing. So let me put my break. So let me just put a double break, because since we are moving to gender. So now I want to give this a label, and this label is going to be called gender, right? Now this is the trick. Now unlike what we have been doing, our gender It's not going to be text or gender. When we said password, the type was password, right? Email, the type was email, but gender, the type won't be gender, so it's going to be radio. And radio is like, okay, I'm going to, well, after typing this, I'm going to try to run this so that you get an idea of what we are doing. So it's going to be name, it's going to be name is going to be gender. I want to give a value, so that is like what it holds, so that is going to be male. So I want to make this male, right? I want to give it a break, bring it down. So let me just put the other one, label. This is going to be so label, oh sorry, this is not label. So since we are not creating a different so this is going to be, we are also going to create the female. We have not done that, so this is also going to be input. Its type is going to be radio as well. Name is going to be gender as well, and our value, of course your ID can also be gender, but that is if you want to do something else, so you need an ID or a class. So value is going to be female, right? And let me just take this away. So female, right? So we can do for, we live in an age where we have transgenders, a man to a woman. I mean, yeah, where someone might not want to identify as a man or a woman, might just say, okay, or should we leave it at, okay, let me just do it. But this is going to be, this is also going to be radio, but this is going to be this is going to be like others. So this is going to be value, and this is going to be others. So I'm just going to say others, yeah, so that we are fair. Now let me run this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this with live server, right? You might not have live server installed, so what you want to do, you want to come to your extensions, right, and you want to type live server, right? But since I'm not connected, but once you type live server, that is what you have here. So once you type this live server, you just install, you see the install button and you just install it, and it's going to come up here. You probably might want to close and open your VS Code after that to see it up here. So I'm going to run this with live server. So what live server does is that whenever you save your work, it's just automatically going to run. So it is opened now. So I think we have some issues. This is not the way I want it to look like. It doesn't look nice. So that's because we are missing some breaks, and that is why I wanted the break. So for example, this, so there's no break here. Now once I save, you are going to see the effect, right? So we have the text break, there's no break there, no break here, there's no break here, no break. So let's try to save and see what we have. Now voila, you can see what we have. Now this is why it is called the radio, because of its kind of like circle, right? So you can choose from one of it, you don't choose all of it, right? Now we are not done with our student form. So what else? Let me just fill this up. So what else should we impute? What else is missing? What else haven't we asked? Address. Yes, right. Where are we going to put our address? We can put our address somewhere. Our address can be in a form of just text, right? I mean, you can put your address as a text. Let's just put it somewhere around so confirm password, let's put it somewhere around there, right? So we are going to say label address, oh sorry, label address. Now impute, this is going to be text obviously, and this also is going to be text, right? So yeah, so or probably we might want to, no, I think that's good enough. Address, so your address might just include number and just street and what have you. So what else should we add? I might want to say a little about yourself, right? Should we do something like this, like that? Label, let me just say label little about you, or student bio. Let me just say student bio, right? Now this is going to be, we are going to say impute. Now our student bio actually is going to be, okay, no, since we want this to be like a description of the student, we want to give this a break and say student bio. So I'm going to give it a break again, and now this is where I'm going to use the text area. Now you're going to see actually what the text area is all about. So you might want to, when I run this, you see what it does. So okay, let me just run this so that you see what I'm talking about. So when I save, you're going to see the changes take effect. Now this is the text area that I was talking about. So there's something wrong with our address. So what do you guys think is wrong with our address? So let's fix that up. Our address should have the break tag, and our text area should also have the break tag. Now, like I said, this, I think, don't you guys think this is too big? The text area, okay, it's not big. I don't think it's big. It's good enough. So what else do we need? The submit. I think we are good to go before I put the submit. Okay, I think we are good to go. So you can put the submit button. Now the type is going to be submit, obviously. Submit. The value is going to be sign up, or you can say submit as well. So the value is going to be sign up. Like I said, you can say submit, or let's just say submit, or let's say register. Right, so let's run this and see what we have. Let's run this and see what we have already. So I'm going to run this. So this is what we have. We have the student. I thought I said student bio. So this is going to be student bio, a little description about the student, so so I think we are through full name. Now you can be creative with this. You can add more, or you can just simply turn your full name to first name, last name, email address, and what have you that you like to do. So you can be creative with this. Right now, I think that's all for the student form. Now let's just give a little design. So let's just say, so if okay, since we are not doing now, the action could have been post. No, since we are not doing any of that, I just want to give a little design. So let me just give a little design, say style, and this is not necessary, but let me just give a background of you can pick any color that you like, but let me just pick this one. Let's say something not too, let me just say silver. I like the silver color. You must have noticed that by now. So let's save that and see what we have. So now we can give the body different color on its own. So let's just say background color and give that a little, let's say ash. Is there no ash as color, or gray rather? So let's save that. So you have something like this. Now our student form should be big, so I'm going to put this in a bold tag. I'm going to say student form. Right, I'm going to save that. So we should have student form. Oh, sorry, that's not what I wanted to change. This is the one I wanted to change. So I'm just going to put this in bold. I'm going to say student form. Yeah, like so. So I think with this you guys can now create a reasonable student form, and you can play around. Like I said, you can play around with this, and if you have any confusion, any problem, you can let me know. So now let's try something. Now I'm going to say address. Let me just put anything for my address, right? I'm going to say password. If you notice by now I'm lazy with typing, so I'm going to say that. Now if you notice, I can click on my, there should be this, oh, that's gone away. So when you are typing, let's try that again. Now you notice that icon. Now you can click on that to see your password, just the way you do in real life scenarios. Now you can click female, and you can just type some bunch of stuff for your student bio, and you can register. Now if I remove this at and I put dot, now you know that is the wrong email address. Now when you click register and see what it says, now it says you must enter a valid email address. Now why is it saying that? Is because we use the type email just the way we use the type name, just the way we use the type password. So if you put something else in your password, it will not, it's going to see it as a password rather. That's why you don't see it when you type until you click on your icon or symbol or whatever. So thank you guys for watching, and you can please subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos and tutorials. Thank you.